This video will illustrate the 1801 research project example content data spreadsheet documents that are available for download from the ASHRAE data portal for this project. These spreadsheets contain example data taken from a real-world project and include all 1801 equipment types. To keep this video a reasonable length, I will only focus on the air handler example within these spreadsheets. Each spreadsheet contains the data elements or properties for each data group documented in the use case spreadsheet discussed in the previous video. Let's begin by looking at the equipment type data group, whose data elements apply to all HVAC&R equipment regardless of their type and are common to all equipment of a given manufacturer's model number. We see the properties for equipment type as column headings in this spreadsheet, with their data type and unit of measure in rows 2 and 3. Each row below that is a record of a specific type of equipment with a unique ID, equipment type name, etc., including a unique model number. Row 9 is the air handler record in this example. As we scroll to the right, we see all values for the equipment type properties. Again, note that these properties apply to all equipment types. For example, all equipment has nominal length, width, and height, and access clearance distances. They also have electrical characteristics where appropriate. Notice that for some records, these values will be blank, either because there is no electrical hookup, or perhaps because these are subcomponents, in this case, of the air handler, and have their electrical hookup through that. Moving next to the equipment component data sheet, we see all the properties that again apply to all HVAC equipment, regardless of their type. However, these properties are common to individual pieces of equipment with a unique serial number. Other properties include a unique ID for reference, hopefully a unique name. In the case of the air handler, again, row 9 has air handler -1 as a hopefully unique name for this air handler. The location of the individual air handler, in this case mechanical room, and purchase and installation dates that are unique to this individual air handler. Also note that each equipment component record references the appropriate equipment type record through the equipment type unique ID reference that contains the manufacturer, model number, and other properties in the equipment type spreadsheet, so that this is the same ID here that's referenced here. The last data sheet I want to look at is the one that contains properties that are relevant only to air handler equipment types. Again, we have a unique ID for this piece of equipment, and in this case, a reference to the equipment component unique ID. This number then associates it to the equipment component record in the equipment component data sheet, which in turn is associated with the equipment type data sheet. Overall, this is an efficient data structure that avoids duplication of properties and records in the case where there are multiple instances of an air handler of the same model number. In that case, there would be multiple records in this air handler data sheet and in the equipment component data sheet, one for each individual air handler in the building, but only still a single record in the equipment type data sheet. In other 1801 videos, we discuss how to create families and schedules from these data sheets in MEP software, and then exchange these data with computerized maintenance management system software.